Welcome to Early Bird Picker. My name is Rafa. I'm a reseller and I resell on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, sometimes Depop. And this is a what sold video to show you the items that I'm selling, what I paid for them, what they sold for, and usually what platform they sold on. So let's get started. This is the lowest sale of the day. It is a Nerf shoulder stock that goes on maybe like the CS Raider, I can't remember. I can't do it very well with one hand, but it's extendable. And whenever I see Nerf, a lot of times I don't want to sell the whole gun just because it's not worth very much and with shipping, and I just don't like messing with it. But the accessories to me are sometimes worth selling. I knew this would sell. I only paid $1 for it, and it sold for $7.50 plus shipping. I can almost see this a little bit like selling Tupperware lids or like some type of like parted out, kitchen accessory. I know that there's probably some kid somewhere that needs this accessory to go with his Nerf gun, basically, and I'm happy to send it. Next is this book. From pads to pallet. I paid $1 for this. I picked an estate sale of a person that was an artist, and they had a ton of books that were really profitable for me. I've sold a lot of them so far. This one I thought was only going to be worth about $25, but when I opened it up, at first, I was disappointed because I thought, oh man, the first page is written in, not going to get as much money. But since it obviously looks like a signature, went back to the front, Ernie Barnes, and it's signed. And I compared the signature to other signed copies of this book, and the signature matches. So I sold mine listed with the signature that it's signed, and so it doubled the money. Got $50 plus shipping on that book, and it actually sold on eBay. I had that cross-posted on Amazon and on eBay. I had it listed for higher on Amazon, but it sold on eBay, so obviously took my listing off of Amazon. Last thing that sold is this TI-84 Plus CE graphing calculator. Does not have a cover and it does not have a cord. It sold for $80 plus shipping, so I got my full asking price on this one. Pretty happy about that. It is Sunday afternoon, and I actually had like 5 sales. I'm kind of surprised I had that many. I really have not been doing a whole lot of listing. For one, garage sales are over, so I just have not near as much inventory. I just slowly working through my procrastination pile. And the second thing is I'm doing a major garage overhaul and just trying to make everything work more efficient for me. And so I've just been spending my time doing that and not really taking a whole lot of pictures or posting. So I am happy that I had at least 5 sales. Here they are. This was something that I found while cleaning the garage, just in a random drawer. This is a 3-pack of field notes. They're just like little pocket size like notebooks, and I had 4 of these, so I listed them on eBay, $7.99 plus shipping. One sold overnight. Another one of these vintage road maps sold. If you're new to my channel, I picked up a lot of vintage maps, mainly of Colorado, at a garage sale. I paid $15 for almost 100 pieces or something like that. So I had about 16 cents into this one, and it sold actually on Facebook Marketplace for $11.50 plus shipping. I've actually been really surprised. I've had more of these sell on Facebook Marketplace than I have on eBay. When I think of reselling like vintage paper ephemera, I don't think of Facebook as the place to do it, but I went ahead and listed them, and I'm really surprised that I've sold more on that platform. And we've got a few more days left on Facebook Marketplace where there's no fees if you're shipping something. This one's really cool. It's really cool colors, and it is from the 1940s. If you're looking at selling vintage maps, a lot of times the year won't be printed on it, but what's interesting is it'll say this is based on like the 1940s census, and so that's kind of how you can date some of these vintage highway road maps. So one new thing that I'm going to try to start doing is for every day that I sell something, as long as I have time, I'm going to try to film at least one item with showing you how I would ship that item. And so this is the one that I'm going to show you how I I'd ship it. It's pretty simple, but I know that some people that watch my channel are brand new to reselling, and so you might wonder how you'd ship something like this. Just from a side note, something like this that's a map that's in pretty nice condition, it's as vintage as it is, I would not risk putting this in just like a mailer that doesn't have any cardboard or any backing to it. You don't want this bending, and so I'm going to put some cardboard around it, and you'll see that in the video. This is a Walls FR, and the FR on most clothing that you'll see means flame resistant, so it's like flame resistant clothing. There can be some good value in it. This one was in almost brand new condition, nearly. I mean, it didn't have tags, but I mean, it looked almost unworn. I paid $5.50 for this at Goodwill a few weeks ago, and someone sent me an offer for $25 plus shipping on Facebook Marketplace. This sale, I was kind of a little bit disappointed in it. I took an offer, and so I didn't have to accept the offer. I could have held out, but it is vintage trim-a-home Christmas ornaments. You can see this one. It's the chariot horse soldier, angel figurines, and Oh Holy Night Roman soldiers. And they're all new in the package. I paid $4 for 2 of them and then $3 for the other one, so I have $11 in total, and they sold on offer for $25 plus shipping. So I more than doubled my money. I was really hoping to get like 40 or 50 bucks for them, just because they can be really collectible. But the deal is, I didn't get these listed very much before Christmas. Just with how my inventory works and how my storage is here in the garage, I don't just have a ton of room, and I'd honestly kind of rather someone just have these near Christmas time and not hold on to them likely for another year in the garage. And so I still made a little bit of profit. Don't know if I'd pick these up again. I mean, I still made some money, but like I said, really at this point just kind of happy to move them on to their next home. It is the time of the year where garage sales have ended, and so when I'm listing stuff, I'm starting to list stuff that I've avoided listing for months and months and months. I have no idea how long I've had this Guitar Hero guitar. I did recognize that this is one of the better ones, this kind of white design here. I just happen to know I've sold this one before, that I've gotten some pretty good money for it. So the deal is with this, if you watch my channel, you probably heard me say I don't hardly know anything about video games. I'm not really that into it, and I do know that a lot of stuff can sell for awesome money. I know that some people resell completely exclusively doing video game stuff, but I see these guitars all the time, and so I picked this one up. I think it was like $3 to $5 at a garage sale. I don't have my sticker on it that normally says. And I think what this situation was is I was kind of hoping that I'd get like an Xbox 360 or whatever console this one goes to so that I could test it. I was kind of wanting to buy some used consoles so I'd have the different consoles to test all the different stuff that I might run across. That didn't end up happening, and so I looked this one up. It seems like it's in good working condition, just so I can tell. The whammy bar, I know, it's not loose or anything like that. It's, you know, tight. It stays where it's supposed to be. This button seems fine as far as I can tell, but unless you plug it in, you don't really know. And so I decided to look this one up, and if you're new to reselling on eBay, you can look at the sold listings, but then you can set the condition. On most electronics, you can set the condition as, it's called like for parts or not working. And so I looked at the sold prices for parts are not working of this Xbox, and this is a red octane. You can see the label there, Explorer controller. I couldn't believe it. This thing is selling in for parts are not working condition for $25 plus shipping. And so what I did was I listed mine in that category basically, and then in the title I wrote untested because it very well could be working. And that's probably why most people are buying these, is they hope that they are working, that someone just didn't test them. I honestly don't know. But anyway, I have no more than $5 invested in this, and I got 25 bucks plus shipping, so I'm really happy with that. I didn't have to test it, just cleaned it up a little bit, and gonna get it to somebody who can hopefully use it. Okay, so I said I was gonna show you guys how I would ship this vintage Colorado map. Don't want it to bend. The first thing that you do is just get yourself a piece of spare cardboard that you are going to score, and you first want to make sure, of course, that lengthwise it's good, and then that this is going to fold over like that, so that should be good. 99% of the time I put all of my paper stuff first in a plastic bag, just in case for some reason the package gets wet. I just want to have extra protection for it. So put that like that. My mom got me some thank you stickers to put on my package, so put that on there. Here's how I score my cardboard. I got this tool from Lonnie over at like Garage Flips or Shed Flips. I can't remember which one, but it has this piece on the end, and so this doesn't cut all the way through cardboard. It just makes dots so that you can fold the cardboard. So just measure and like that. And just fold it over. So now you have pretty rigid protection. It's almost like the same as shipping your map in a box, just a really thin box. And then I tape that shut really tight. Alright, so it's pretty well sealed in there. If you're wondering why I use these little tape deals, I go through so many of these. I cannot stand using the big tape guns. I hate them. I love this little one, and so I pay extra, essentially, to go through tons of these. So now we're going to throw this in a poly bag because it's protected. That should work. I always seal everything really well. I always seal my poly bags even though they already have self-adhesive, because one time I shipped a book to somebody and the book came out, and so ever since then I just put tons of extra tape on everything because I'd rather spend the money on tape than to lose product. So that's pretty much all there is to this. Good to go. Just gonna slap the shipping label on there, out the door. I had two sales this evening basically come through, and one was on Facebook Marketplace and one was on eBay. The one that was on eBay is this New Wave oven. You can see it's a pretty large box. Person paid over $30 shipping for this. I bought this New Wave oven at Goodwill for 30 bucks. It was in what I called open box condition, so it looked completely unused inside. It just didn't have the box with it. I was really on the fence about buying it just because I knew it was big and I knew I was going to have to use a lot of bubble wrap. I knew I was probably going to have to resize the box. What's crazy is I had this box in the garage and it fit it perfectly, and I was so stoked I didn't have to resize the box. So not a big deal in the end. So like I said, I had $30 invested in this one. I ended up taking an offer for 60 bucks plus shipping, and it sold in less than 24 hours. So just happy to move it on. All right, it's my favorite category to flip. Vintage, like trucker hats, or just kind of vintage hats. I don't like fancy dress ones, but you know what I mean. This one is an Ingersoll. Looks like that. It's black. Unfortunately, the rope looks like it's faded. The rope looks brown, which I don't think they'd intentionally put a brown rope on a black hat. I think it was probably black. I mentioned it in the description. Basically, it looks unworn on the inside. I think Ingersoll, the brand is Ingersoll Rand now or something like that. But anyway, this sold on Facebook Marketplace. This sold on Facebook Marketplace for $20 with free shipping. Shipping is what's awesome about Facebook is they have their shipping rates like figured out. I don't know why eBay can't do this. It tells you, for this weight of item that it's gonna be $5 shipping. So I rolled that into the price of the hat. So it's basically $15 plus $5 shipping. Basically, no fees right now on Facebook, and I only paid 43 cents for this hat. Pretty good flip.